This video is about a month late, but in my defense it was NaNoWriMo last month and I didn't make any videos, so I'm gonna make this now because I already have the script written. Last month I went to what some people would call my first concert. However, I'm not part of that sum, so I'm going to tell you about all of the things I've gone to throughout my life that I would classify as concerts that some people probably wouldn't. I'm almost 100% Irish, and throughout my life I went to a lot of Irish music concerts with my family. We don't even really celebrate our Irish culture that much, but Irish music is one of the few ways that we do that sometimes. Those were concerts. I went to the Symphony Orchestra with my grandma once. That was a concert. Starting in 2007, I've gone to 7 Wizard Rock concerts. They range from Harry and the Potters shows with hundreds of people to shows in the basements of churches with just a few dozen. Either way, we all jump up and down and sing along. These are some of the best moments of my life, and Wizard Rock bands make good music. You don't believe me? Listen to Oliver Boyd and the Remembralls. I have seen Harry and the Potters, the Remus Lupins, the Whomping Willows, Lauren Fairweather, Diagon Alley, Justin Finch Fletchley and the Sugar Quills, the Nifflers, Jason Monday from Ministry of Magic, and Snidget. Those were concerts. I have gone to 2 Christian rock concerts, Matt Maher and 10th Avenue North, who had Matt Maher and Addison Road opening for them. They were really powerful and meaningful nights for me and my friends, for us and our faith. I lost my voice after seeing Matt Maher. It was awesome. Those were concerts. One time the touring cast of Spring Awakening did a show in the Apple Store when they were going through Chicago. They had seats set up in the Apple Store and they sounded fantastic acoustic. It was a concert. Both of my older brothers have been in bands and I've seen them play. They're really good. Those were concerts. And then last month I saw Ben Folds with the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra. I'm not sure what it is about that show that makes it more worthy of being my first concert than anything else I've seen before. Maybe it's the genre, like classical music doesn't count as a first concert and neither does Irish music, and of course anyone who doesn't listen to Wizard Rock is going to dismiss it as being a joke and not real, although every Wizard Rock fan knows that that's not true. Same thing with Christian rock, really. And apparently my brother's bands don't count because they're not famous and I know them. It all depends on how you define concert, I guess. But what I'm saying is that you'd have to have a pretty strict definition of concert in order to make Ben Folds my first. I personally define concert as someone playing music for an audience with at least a semi-formal setup. The Ben Folds concert was amazing though. I fully expected to enjoy it, and I did, but what I wasn't expecting was the feeling I got from it, which was not very different from the feeling that I get from being at a Wizard Rock show or a Christian rock show. At Wizard Rock shows, there's a sense of community because everyone there is a Harry Potter fan, and that kind of brings us together, and it's pretty much the same thing with Christian rock shows, as our faith brings us together. But at the Ben Folds concert, the only thing bringing us together was Ben Folds and his music. There was no other connecting factor among the audience, but when we were standing there applauding him after the show, wanting him to come back on for an encore, I could just feel everyone's love for him and his music, and it brought me a sense of community that I wasn't expecting. Anyway, I just thought that this was really interesting, and if you don't listen to Ben Folds, you should because he's awesome and hilarious, and if you ever get the chance to see him live, you definitely should.